All right, well, I'll go on again, my recap family. So if this is your first time to Unstoppable Recap, let me tell you what it is. This is the channel where you get a recap of the live stream you probably missed on the live channel. All right. Now, with that out of the way, listen. This story right here so is an extremely sad one. It was covered a couple months ago, or probably about a year ago on the live channel. And people, the entire time while the story was being shared, it had the viewers all emotional and sad because of what was being shared. Now, this young lady is talking about, migrating from Jamaica and moving to the States with her father. And after a short time being there with her father, him started to molest her and abuse her in the worst way, right? He started having sexual relations with her. And the sad part about it, she said at one point, it felt normal, like her body started to call for her very own father. It was a sad situation to listen to, right? Viewers, take a listen to what was shared in this one, and I guarantee it's going to have you extremely emotional.
I was living with my mother from baby until I was 10 plus. However, those years were the best years of my life. Even though growing with my mother, it was more like poverty, restricted. It so happened that when I was 10 plus, my father asked my mother to let me come and live with my stepmother, and two of my stepmother's nieces. With the situation that my mother was in, having 8 kids, it was really hard on her, and the baby fathers weren't doing their part as they were supposed to, and it was, she wanted the help, so she sent me just for a better life. Anyways, happened that I went there and start getting comfortable. I already see my father. I used to see my father mostly on weekends because he would leave for work early in the mornings and come home late at night. Sometimes I'll be fall asleep by then. So on weekends, there's a part in the yard at the back where we would sit, and he would be there counseling me, telling me that I must have respect for my stepmother and I must remember she's not my mother, and the whole settings. Anyways, it so happened as every Sunday, he used to take us to the beach. So it happened that one Sunday, he took me way out in the water. And, I was on his back. And then I felt something, and then I jumped. And he said, don't worry, Daddy. It's not going to hurt it. Daddy's just playing with you. And then I was like, oh, what, Daddy? Anyways, so happened that he said that this is going to be our secret. I'm not to say anything to anybody. It was his finger he was using to try to penetrate me with his finger. Okay. Right. So anyways, it happened that he had me out there for a while, and then he calmed me back down because, I was frightened and everything. So after I calmed down, he take me back out. And then I was there, I went on the shore and I sit down and, I was trying to figure out what happened because, everything was new to me. Anyways, it happened that passed, and then my stepmother, she was a new convert and everything. So every church, but everything ring at church, she will go. Then every time that my stepmother would go to Bible study and prayer meeting and choir practice, I used to go with her until he started stopping me from going. So whenever she gone to church, then that's when he would have access to me. So it happened as, at 11 plus, there about almost 12, my father started having sex with me. And He did it. He said to me, if I ever talk, he's going to kill me, my mother, and my whole family. Right? At this time, with me living with my father, my mother, was the dearest thing to my heart because I always remember her, the struggles that she's been through and the things that she goes through just for us, that's how I did learn to have value to her. And at that point, I decided that I want to keep that secret because I don't want nobody to kill my mother. You understand? So it happened as I was afraid to talk about it. And matter of fact, I didn't have anybody who to trust. I don't know how to trust anybody. You understand? So it happened as it so happened as it started happening regular now, very regular. And by now, I am in my teens now and everything. So I remember every day my friends would come to school and they would show icky and they would talk about them boyfriend and everything. And then now me start feeling one way now. I may say to myself that, I can't talk about no boyfriend or anything. So it happened that it reached a point where my father having sex with me, it's like it just is normal to me. And to a point where it feel like if I want sex, if my body in a mood, I would want him. I would lay myself careless just for him to have sex with me. That's where it did reach. Anyways, it so happened now that it start getting to me now. I start feeling away and I realize that no, this is not right and everything. But a part of me crying out and a part of me just want to talk, but not knowing who to talk to. And each time he start coming at me now, it's like I start frowning and everything. So, with that now, him start to put on more pressure on me and more threats on me because it's like, we start push him off and everything. So happened as there was this guy now that did like me and I did like him. And one day I was at my gate standing up and he come to me and we're there talking and he said to me, "What's that on your face?" And I said, "What?" I said, Come here, let me take it off. And same time he hold me and start suck up my tongue. And then I pull away, not knowing that my father saw and everything. So my father said, What is going on at my gate? Come, hey girl, come in the house." And when I go in, my father did give it to me. So now, right there and then now, I start getting rebellious and everything. So one day now, I said, I'm going to find a way to see if I can talk about this. So one day I called my mother and I said to my mother, "Mommy, every time that daddy passing me, daddy not stop touch me on my bottom." And I said that because it was a Saturday morning and he did it to me. So I said, all right, this is a perfect opportunity to see if I talk, what's gonna happen before I say everything else. So what my mother did was just call him and cuss and say, "Where you touch up on her bottom front, whatever." And he said, "No, I'm not doing that." Pass my and the way I made a slap her and I didn't even know say it was her bottom I slap her on. And them argue and that was it. So I said, And he said, I can't talk then because not really not gonna come out of it. But I was about 15, going on 16. It happened now that one day I was on holiday, and I don't know if you remember when CD used to run or whatever. So there was this taxman who would take me into the town, like to get taxi early before day, because I had to travel so far for school and whatever. Whenever he's on leave, I would take public transportation and whatever. So the taximan had some cassettes for me, and I told him I wanted them because school was out. School was on a break, and then when I was at the taximan, he stopped at my gate, and I went and collect the cassette. And I don't know if you know the position where you would lean on the car, like your hand is in the car and your face in the car, and you know your body out. And then the taximan said, "Don't move. Stay further than behind." I'm saying, "What you say?" And then I get frightened. Same time I said, "Gimme, gimme, gimme, gimme." And then I took the thing from him, and then I ran inside. But I was so stupid. I ran inside, and then I acted like I was sleeping. And then my father came and said, "Oh, a man you want?" And I said, "Yeah, go on, so." And unstoppable, my father gave me a whopping. It reached to the stage that when he beat me, at that point I started fighting back. And then him boxed me, him kicked me, him even stepped in my belly. So him beat me, swell up my hand, and even my face was swollen. And then him say, if a woman me a turn and if a man me want, and him a go say, which part me a go turn and take man. And when him did it and him a beat me now, him say, I prefer me kill you in here. And not turn in here, but you take the man. Anyways, he did that to me, and one of his co-worker, she didn't really like me, and I did look up to her as a mother and whatever. And when I went back to school, it was about 2 days after that school got back in. When I got back to school, my hand was swollen. It was still swollen, and it had the black and blue. She was touching me, and I said, "Ow, ow." And then she said, "What happened to you?" And I said, "Nothing." She said, "What happened to you? Why your hand look so?" And then I start cry. I want to start drop. And then she get mad and she said, "Don't tell me, say, I him lick you." And I say, "Yeah." And then she now called the police on him. And then now he leave work and he never go back home. And I did end up sleep at her house and whatever. But so happened as nothing ever come out of it. You understand? Anyways, I was there unstoppable, and honestly, it was so stressful for me and everything. Within that period of high school days and everything, I tried killing myself about 3 times, and it just did not work. It happened now that I leave high school, I finished high school, and I went on to further studies, and I boarded into wherever I went to. And when I was there, and in my last year of that institution, the counselor there, she was on what do you call it, incest, and she was talking about incest. But in my consciousness, I did not know that I was crying in the class. After the class, she said to me she wants to see me, so I went with her. And she was there and she was asking me what happened and whatever. And I said nothing happened. And, she started saying some stuff to me and like, whatever happened, just know that you wasn't the one that caused it and whatever. And I just started feeling comfortable with her. And she promised me that whatever I said to her, it would be between us and whatever. Anyways, I opened to her. That was the very first time I opened up. And I told her everything that was happening. And it was about 1 month of about 1 month I have to be back in that institution, and then I get counseling for that time. So when I finish now and I go back home, while I was there, I started planning in my head, how am I going to leave now? Because I'm not going back home into that situation or whatever. So I started looking on Singer, bedroom set and whatever. I'm not working or anything, but I just know that I have to leave. I'm just not gonna go back through all those stuff. So that's when I did all of that now and I go back home. I tried to hang myself one time at one of my friend's house. The other time, 2 times, I used pill. I just see medication in the house. I don't know what they are for, and I just take them. And it's my stepmother saw me with it one at a time, and it's like I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. The second time I tried it, I don't know how this man knows that what was going on. As up to now, I don't understand what happened, what bring him to my house. But I know that he came and he knocked off the door. And it's just that everybody was wondering, but everybody was speculating and thinking that maybe because he was so strict on me, because as I said before, I am not allowed to go anywhere at all, and because I was still getting beaten when everybody else like have their own pleasure of doing anything or whatever. So maybe they think that, because he's strict and whatever, and I might be giving trouble. Understand? So maybe they think that was it because he's strict and I might want to have my own way. After leaving the institution and I go back home and saying he wanted to have sex with me, and I decided that no, this is it. You have done enough now, and we fight, and he did beat me, literally do me bad. This time my eye was black and blue, and I just take it and I wait until he gone to work, and then I just pick up a few clothes and I run away to one of my sister. So when I ran away to my sister, she asked me, "What is it?" So I said, "No, I can't back. I'm just tired of the yard." So she said, "All right, I can stay here, but you have to call your father and tell him that you're here." I said, "No, I need to know when I'm there." So she said, "Well, I can't stay here then." So I said, "All right, I'm going to call him." And then I take her phone, and then I go I call somebody and I talk to them. And I was there for a while. And then now my father contacted my mother and make her know that I am not there and whatever. So that's how now he knows that I was at my sister. Then he came for me and I tell him, "No, I am not coming. I am a big woman now. So you cannot tell me what to do. You done your part already. And I'm on my own now." So, I didn't go back. And that's when I met my husband.
Alright, so if you liked what you hear right here and you want to hear the rest of it, click the link that will be down in the description below and it will take you directly to the full video where you can listen to the end. Alright, now if you notice where I cut it, right, it cut at the part where she say, "And that's how I met my husband." So that simply means our story not done yet, because it went into a whole other saga after meeting her husband. And viewers, trust me, you need to hear the rest of it. So when you go over, after clicking the link, make sure so you listen to the end And also subscribe to that channel so that you don't miss another live stream and you can actually be in the comment section participating while we are live. Alright, and also make sure that you subscribe to this channel, the recap channel, so just in case you do miss a live stream, you can see the recap and make you realize what you miss and go catch up. Alright, until the next Unstoppable recap, stay strong, stay motivated, but most of all, remain unstoppable.
Unstoppable.